Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Please let me know what I can do to help you. Okay, so a video just randomly popped up and it's about MGTOW. Now, I'm not 100% on MGTOW. There's some things that are really good, but most of it is misleading. I don't know if that's the right word. It's misdirection. Now, in the video, it talks about why do people shame men that MGTOW men going their own way. Why do people kind of make fun of them or try to put peer pressure on them, etc. And then it starts to talk about, it's about seeing patterns and recognizing patterns in relationships and dating and blah, blah, blah. This is where I have a major problem with MGTOW. Because it's men trying to understand women through using the left male logical brain. You're using the wrong part of your brain. The best way to understand something is by becoming it. The male brain is the external brain, so men, the left brain, study everything from the outside. What I do in my course is I put you inside the bubble. I put you inside the event so you can experience it from being it. That's how you're going to understand it. If you truly want to understand a tiger, become the tiger. And then you'll understand what it means to be a tiger. Now, realistically, we can't become a tiger, but you can open up to your right brain. You can step into that world. That's what I specialize in, and that's how you're going to understand a woman and what she truly desires. Okay, back to the video. You will never, ever, 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 ever understand women by using the logical left brain processor. You have to learn how to open up to the right brain. When you see, here's the deal. When you were a little boy, you were left and right brain. You were right brain most of the time, actually. You smelled the flowers. Remember when you were a little kid, like in preschool or kindergarten, and the teacher took the class on a walk and you saw a ladybug on the plant and you got so fascinated and the class kept walking on and the teacher noticed you were half a block behind and was like yelling at you because you got so caught up in the moment because the colors were so vibrant, the red and the black dots, or the plant or the flowers that were blooming in spring. I remember very distinctly, clearly, when we were little kids, we'd look at like the flowers in the spring and they were just blooming, like, oh my God, they were so colorful. Well, when men get older, we become more and more left brain because as we get older, we eventually hit puberty. But what happens in puberty? Testosterone kicks in. Well, so what, Mike? What's the point? When you have that happen, you shift over to your left brain. When men have high testosterone, they get blocked out from the right brain. They are stuck in their logical left brain. But the problem is you don't know it. You're just there, and then you're there for years and years, decades, until at least 36 plus years old. Because you peak between 28 and 32 years old. But when you're 34, 35 years old, you're still peaking at it might drop a tiny minimalist bit, but it doesn't make enough of a difference. It's really not until you hit about 42 or 44 when you lower enough to slightly open up to the right brain, but you're not conscious of it at all. Now here's the deal. You can learn how to open up to your right brain at any age, teenage, 20, 25, 30, 35. It's going to be harder between 28 and 34. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be a challenge. You're going to fight it. You're going to it's very hard to stay open. But you can get really good at it if you're willing to practice the techniques that I'll teach you. Now here's the thing. You really, really, really believe in left brain thinking, even though you're like, what are you talking about? What do you mean I believe it? Like, you're stuck there. You're so stuck there, you forgot what it used to be like when you were a kid. Now, here's the deal. Just as much as you can learn how to open up your right brain, you can also just stay in your left brain and say, fuck the rest of the world. Screw my right brain. As you just saw the images with those women, that's simply because, I was in my 30s. during this era. At one point, I was benching 365 pounds. I was maxing out on my testosterone, guys. But I was very open to my right brain. When I learned how to do this, bam, women started coming to me. Now, a lot of men, what happens is this is essentially laziness, not developing your right brain, not continually opening up and connecting to the right side. There's a neural pathway. There's nerves that connect the left side to the right side, and you lose that strength over a period of time. So you get stuck in your left brain. You're used to doing this. This is how you navigate the world. And I've actually had clients, I don't want to do this. I'm like, they just want to stay in their left brain and fuck women and fuck relationships, and they're just going to pay for sex and that's it, and they can't figure out why they can't get a wife to fall in love and stay in love. It's because that love is a right brain process, literally. Left brain is all about follow these rules. The problem is when you're dealing with women, rules have nothing to do with that, and they don't work either. They really don't. What MGTOW and these groups, Red Pill, essentially have done to you is, I'm just not going to date. I'm going to isolate myself. Here's my box. Here's where I am. And that's it. If she doesn't fold, if she doesn't bend, if she doesn't submit to me, well, then I just won't date. Or I won't date her. Guys, that's an extremely limited way of going through life, especially when it comes to understanding right brain people. When you learn how to open up to your right brain, and then I'll teach you how to speak the internal language, all of a sudden a whole new world opens up and you understand women. And here's the really cool part. Women start to understand you with clarity. The reason why you run off to groups like MGTOW is because you're like, I don't want to get hurt. I don't understand. I bought her this, I bought her that, I spent all my money on her and she just left me for another guy. But because that's not what women want. And you guys still don't understand it, because until you learn how to use the techniques that I teach in my course, the right brain understanding, communication, triggering her mating system in the right brain way, you're going to have no power. All the money in the world won't do shit. You're right, she will eventually leave you for someone else, because she's hoping to find a right brain guy. The real message of this video is one thing. You cannot understand the right brain from the left brain. It will not make any sense. But if you learn how to open up to and step into your right brain, all of a sudden a whole new world opens up, and you look at women like, oh shit, that actually makes sense. And all of a sudden you understand women. I mean, let's look at the phrase MGTOW, men going their own way. Why? Because they don't understand women. It should be called Madeux. Men don't understand women. I promise you this, just hear me out. If you can learn how to speak the right brain language, learn how to be internal, and use the same processor, all of a sudden women make sense. Guys, I am telling you. Guys are always, especially clients, which blows my mind. I mean, you've read my book, Crack the Female Code. You've done this, and you're aware of all this stuff. And every time they fly out to California, to the Bay Area where I'm at, and they're just like amazed. They're like, everywhere we go, like, women talk to you. I'm like, well, yeah, because I speak their language. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm going to teach you their language in the next couple of days. See, in the beginning, we have to open you up. We have to teach you about the internal world. Then we have to teach you how to process in this way, and then we add the language. I'm telling you, a whole new world's going to open up. This is not just some dating, relationship, or pickup artist course. This is a mastery course. And I promise you, your brain is going to be challenged when you take this course. A lot of guys think, oh, this is going to be like Tony Robbins, or this is going to be like a pickup artist course. I am telling you, this is going to be out of this world. This is going to be more like studying at the Shaolin Temple in China. This is going to be more like studying Buddhism in Thailand or in Laos. You will be enlightened, and you will truly understand what that word actually means versus, oh, that's a cool word. Most of the things that you think, listen closely, think, which means you don't understand. Most of the words that you think you understand, you don't understand at all. You're just using them from an ego base because the person that taught them to you was teaching it from an ego base. Most people that teach a lot of stuff, I'll walk up to them and go, do you want to know what that means? They're like, Well, what do you mean? I mean, I've been teaching this for years. And then I'll break it down. They're like, man, I never knew that. Oh, Mike, you mean they never looked it up in the dictionary? No, I'm not talking about the definition of the word. I mean how to do it. Now, a lot of people are like, how to do what? What are you talking about? Enlightenment, for one. Here's another one. Being internal awareness. There's an actual step-by-step process that shifts you into this, and everything will shift around you, literally, physically, in the real world. I hear people talk about being an emotionally grounded or internal, and they're coming from their disconnected brain when they're not emotionally grounded, when they're external and they're not internal. And I'm just looking at them like, do you even know what you're talking about? There's a lot of words that people say because, oh, it's the new word to say, or these people in this group say these words, and you don't know what they mean. And here's the sad part: most of the people in that group don't know what they mean either. So you're in the group you belong to, people who don't know that they don't know what they're talking about. Not only do they not know, they don't know that there is something to know. It's not a matter of like, yeah, I don't like math class, so I didn't try very hard, but I say these words to fit in. No, it's not like that. It's like they don't know that there's something deeper. I've got teachers doing this stuff that don't know that they don't know. They're just saying the right words, not even knowing that their students are getting it because they don't get it. And they're like, get what? Even the phrase, once was blind, now I see, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, you will not only understand what that means, you will do it physically in this reality. This is not some cookie cutter course. This is a mastery course. You will shift. And so will the world around you. Your first step is go to crackedfemalecode.com and buy my book, Crack the Female Code, right now. Better yet, buy the ultimate package. It has all my books, including Crack the Female Code. Reading my book, Crack the Female Code, first before you take the course is an absolute requirement. Otherwise, you will struggle in the course. That book will not only enlighten your brain, you're going to think it is the course. No, it is only preparation for the course. That's it, guys. Click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment, and I'll see you in person soon. Let me know what I can do to help you. Bye.